All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol PLTR. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back. And let's jump into this chart. So PLTR has been in a slight downward movement, and towards the end of the day, it went sideways. It had a major dip, right? After it broke through resistance, it hit highs here of about 31.23. But in the bullish candlesticks, it hit about 30.88. And from that point forward, kind of jumped up and started to fall. Went to these lows here of about 27.23. And from that point forward, it went in sideways movement. So it closed out at 28.46. Now, where's the 50-day moving average? Well, the 50-day moving average is 27.65. 27.65. I can't land exactly on it, but 27.65 is our 50-day moving average, and we're slightly above it. But now we were much more above it before yesterday, and I had stated that the bulls needed to break through resistance and hold up above it. They weren't able to do that. They came closer to the 50-day moving average, and the 50-day moving average is coming closer to the price. So tomorrow's resistance is even more significant than yesterday's to today, because tomorrow's resistance definitely needs to be broken through. And just to illustrate to you guys, even if it goes up and kind of sits there, kind of goes back down, the 50-day moving average is going to get closer and closer to the price till it crosses it and ends up above the price, and the price ends up below it, giving leverage to the bears, and it will be in bearish territory. So we need to watch this closely. We're going to look at these numbers in just a moment. But when we zoom out, you can definitely see that PLTR stock is actually working its way up from those lows back here at around 21.15, 21.17, give or take. So it's still upwards from those lows, but it hit a high. I mean, it was a really big jump yesterday from about $23 all the way up to $30. So this pullback is some profit taking, and some people that are uncertain or fear of where this could go for the rest of the week. So profit taking is mostly what I'm seeing here as the reaction, right? So we still have this support level here, which is one of the lowest points when this leveled off before it continued, and that's 26.81. I advise every single investor to write that down if you didn't catch it yesterday. Very important number. 26.81 is one of the lowest points before it continued to run, and if that gets broken through, that support level will definitely signify that we're getting deeper into bearish territory, because as we see it, the 50-day moving average is above it. So I want every single investor to keep 26.81 in mind. So let's go ahead and move this to their new location within the last couple hours of the day. We're going to see here what's going on and what the chart is showing us. So before we jump into the chart and see our new numbers here and our new resistance and support, I do want to announce to all investors the launch of my website. I just launched it this last week, and it's been up and running for a week. I want to say thank you to all of you that have stopped by and checked it out. There's a small video to go ahead and show you guys what we're looking to do moving forward and further develop as time goes on. I do have a disclaimer for you guys to read. I highly encourage you guys to go over it, and also check out the forums page, and also check out the members options so you can see which one gives you access to what. It is completely optional, but I encourage you guys to check it out. And let's go ahead and see here what PLTR is showing us. PLTR is definitely showing us how this is running up in a very bullish trajectory over time with volatility, because when we look at it way back here at the beginning of November, it has been working its way up, and it's been pretty volatile in the last couple of weeks. So let's see here what our new numbers are for tomorrow and how this is going to continue to play out. So the 50-day moving average, again, is 27.65. We want to keep that number in mind. Since we're above it, we're in bullish territory, and if we're below it, we'll be in bearish territory. We need to keep that number in mind and pay close attention to it. We're at 28.46, and the support level is 28.05. If 28.05 gets broken through, this could be on its way down to newer lows, getting closer to the 50-day moving average and crossing it and ending up in bearish territory. So we need to keep this in mind, pay close attention to how this stock is reacting, how quickly is it moving to newer lows, and notice the fact that we have a very small window here between support and the 50-day moving average to know what is going on with the stock and how it's reacting. So we need to consider that and pay very close attention to the behavior of the stock and how quickly is it moving downwards, or are the bulls trying to reappear and bring it back up. Now, on the other hand, we have what the bulls want, and the bulls want to break through 29.40. If 29.40 is broken through and turned into a support, this stock can definitely be up on its way to newer highs, pulling further away from the 50-day moving average and working its way up in this upward movement, getting deeper into newer resistance levels, newer highs, and pulling into bullish territory much deeper, right? So why is it so important? And I emphasize that this needs to be broken through because of the illustration that I did earlier, right? If this just hangs out sideways or slightly touches it and doesn't go any higher, the 50-day moving average will catch up to the price and cross it, and by default end up in bearish territory. So the bulls need to break through 29.40, turn that into a support, and work their way up to newer highs, new resistance levels, and pull further and further away from the 50-day moving average in the upward direction. As always, if you guys found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen, and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like, for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02, and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out, see for yourselves, and my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.